Hi guys, welcome to LuxeAisleBestie. Today we are headed to HomeGoods. This week the furniture was great in this store. I was actually really impressed with the selection. Right here we have an outdoor set, 5-piece for $1,000, but it looked like it was such good quality. Now this wasn't a set, the actual table was for $300. The chairs that were paired along with it were $50 a piece. This was actually on clearance for $120, and I love the base of this, and it had a glass top. Now, was I crazy about the color of this piece? No, but it was so long that I had to take a look at this. This price was for $1,300, but this was such a large piece of furniture. This entertainment center looks like it would cover a whole wall if you needed it to. I don't know why they tried to tuck this in the corner because I found it, but this was definitely a dupe. $200 for the HomeGoods price, but this was a high fashion home dupe, and you would be getting a great deal. This mirror that I saw, it was so cute. It was a cowhide material. And here's another dupe that I saw. It's a swivel chair. Saw exact dupe at Crate & Barrel, $1,700 there. Here it's only $350. I pan to the right, I saw this neutral swivel chair. I still love the fabric to this. It looks like it was performance fabric. Actually, it says it right there on the label. But $300, thought it was a great piece. Here's another very large piece. It could be used as a buffet table, as another entertainment center. For $1,000, I thought that was a good price for this size. Now, I know I've seen this bench somewhere else before for a lot higher of a price. Here it's $180. Please remind me where I've seen this before. This was a slipcover chair that I saw for $300, and I know it's a dupe for another store. Great deal. Here's another pattern chair. It's a slipcover chair for $200, and it swivels. Now, my HomeGoods was showing out today because they usually do not have this many couches, at least not on the floor that I've seen. But here we have a nice size couch for $700. Behind it, directly behind it, there was another couch, that two-seater, that looked so comfortable. I didn't want to sit in it because I knew I was gonna get way too comfortable. But this one was for $600, and it was so soft. Here's another piece that can be used as a buffet table or entertainment center. I could not find the price on this one, but hey, I did love the color. Now, I love the base of this side table, but here I saw these two chairs, and I love the fabric. It seems so simple but neutral, $350. I love the wood to it. It looked so sturdy and actually so much more expensive than it was. Now, I'm not sure why there were two different prices, but this one had the rattan back. Maybe the other one didn't. I don't remember, but yes, they were still lovely. These two chairs, I love the colors of those. Yet another couch. Again, HomeGoods showing out. But I actually saw the coffee table and wanted to take a look at that. For $130, the base was so unique. I love the powder blue on this nightstand or a side table, whichever way you want to use it. For $130, I love that little knob too. Adorable. I'm telling you, HomeGoods is showing out with this high-end furniture. I mean, these things look expensive. For $400, this accent chair with the wood legs, great. This was actually a dupe, and I know it's an exact dupe of the Crate & Barrel chairs. And this chair was only $300. The Crate & Barrel chairs are well over $1,000. If you can grab these chairs and actually catch them before they're gone, you would be snagging a deal. They had a lot of stuff on clearance. This chair, I love that it rolled at the bottom, and it was for $150. Looks very distinguished. I actually really like the color to this chair, and it looked very comfortable. For $300, it was a swivel chair. Can't beat that price. This was a recliner, but it didn't look like your traditional recliner, and it looked so comfortable for $500. And to me, seemed like a perfect chair for a nursery or, for feeding time. This was a set that I actually really liked. The rattan, please correct me guys, wasn't my cup of tea as far as how light it was, but it was an exact dupe for World Market and Modway. And I mean, I love the price. I had to look at the actual piece behind it for $600. I've seen this before at HomeSense, I believe, and it's a great piece. And it looks like I'm gonna have to go ahead and Google how to say that word instead of just pretending like I know, even though I should just stick to the word bamboo. How about that? I'm gonna slide into the mirror section just for a little bit. This one was from $130. I love the look of that one. Before we get to the other furniture on the other side, we saw a few other pieces here. I didn't really like the tabletop to this, but I thought it was unique at least. Now this was a rocking chair, and at first it was tilted forward and I couldn't tell, but for $300 it seemed like a very comfortable chair, and it was actually very stylish. This, I could not find the price of this to save my life, but I thought it was a great piece. It was scalloped at the bottom and the color was very unique. It was like a minty blue, maybe. I mean, it was cute. I had to take a moment for this bowl. This bowl was huge. I mean, this bowl would fill up my entire table. $120, it better fill up my entire table. But I just had to take a minute and check that out. I love this for long stems. I can imagine myself buying some long stems and putting it outside. This I've seen, it was a very viral piece. Could not find it for the life of me at the time, but now of course I'm seeing it everywhere. $35 for this ceramic vase, and I really like the texture to that. This was unique. For $25, I thought that this was unique. It was new, so I wanted to pick that up and check out the price to that. This is not my first time seeing this style table, but I'm always drawn to it. The pattern, the texture of it. This actual table is $60, so not bad of a price. This vase, I love this. It was like a blue tint to it for $30. It was a new one I hadn't seen before. Now this actually surprised me in price. It was over $100, but I see why. I mean, the tabletop looked like it was maybe marble, and for $130 there was a lot of detail in the base, so I can understand. Now we're coming across a few desks that I really liked. This one had some fluted drawers fronts, and for $200 I thought that this gave a good mid-century modern vibe to it. They had another version in the lighter oak color for $200 also, and again, I just love the fluted drawer fronts and the actual knob pulls. Another desk that I came across, I love the base of this one. I didn't see this before. It was for $230. I hadn't seen this actual desk before, but it was a really great piece. Always looking for great storage, especially in my bathrooms. I saw these shelves and really liked them for $100. I think they were by Tahari. This was actually a metal piece from Morris & Company. I love the intricate detail in this one. It was only $40. This is new. They're little small, like ceramic pots. These are so cute. I saw these and I was like, okay, I haven't seen this in HomeGoods before, or maybe I'm just living under a rock, but I'm usually in HomeGoods like on a weekly basis. These pots came in a set of 4 for $25. I mean, they are so cute. Here's some more ginger jars, and I know we've seen these in HomeGoods and HomeSense like crazy, but gotta show the prices, $30. I really like the color of those two though. I thought that this was really unique. I couldn't tell if it would be a nightstand or a side table, but either way, I really thought it was a unique piece for $130, and it was very cute. Here we have an exact dupe for a piece that I've seen at High Fashion Home, and I believe at another store, and I'm gonna pop it up here when I find it, but well over $1,000 at the other stores. Here it's only $500, so another great deal. I always see this pattern at luxury stores or luxury websites, but they usually have zebras or tigers or jaguars or something like that. But I saw this ottoman and thought it was a great deal. This scalloped edge bench, I just fell in love with. I wish I could find a place to have it, but for $200, it was such a great deal. Somebody go pick that up. There's another bench for $250 right under that. This is why I can't window shop in HomeGoods, because even when I come in thinking I'm not gonna buy anything, I always come out with something, or at least I think about something forever until I cave in and buy it. There were some great benches here. This I've seen before at other HomeGoods, but for $180, it was a great piece. This piece that's underneath that, I thought that this was a great piece too for $200. Above it, there was the ottoman for $80, and it was a storage ottoman, but I thought it was such a traditional but very attractive piece because it was neutral but still stylish. I love the shape of that ottoman below there with the blue, $250. This was adorable for $130. I mean, come on. Anyway, I'm not gonna buy it. So I saw this bench underneath. I thought that this was a very elegant piece for $200. It was neutral, but you know, I love the look of it. I love the olive green color on this and the side arms to it for, I think it was $150. This was a storage bench. I love the bases on those. And this, I love the pattern on that one. That one's so cute. It was very feminine, but you know, I feel like it could go with a lot of things for $80. Morris & Company definitely has a look to it. And I like the pattern to this, I really do. But it reminds me of kind of like paisley-ish floral. For $100, it still is very cute. Love it. This reminded me of, I believe, Crate and Barrel or Pottery Barn piece, but here it's $80. I think the Crate and Barrel piece might have a marble top to it or a different material on top, but the shape is the exact same. This table had a green marble top for $70. Thought it was very elegant looking. This had like a petal scalloped tabletop to it, this marble piece. Love that. And that was only for $50. The ottoman that I love the base to, $70. This was not a storage ottoman. For a second, I thought it was. Oh, I'm lying. I was gonna edit that out, but you know what? I'm keeping that in. So anyway, here's another piece, another side table by Martha Stewart. I love the base to this and the tabletop, like a marble top. So cute. It actually reminded me of another piece that I saw at Ross a while back ago. I think it was a couple weeks ago. That would go great with those two chairs that I found at Ross. This, I love the navy blue lacquer to that actual spindle legs. Thought it looked very expensive looking. For this $250 nightstand, I saw some similar versions at different stores. This bench, I've actually seen at a lot more expensive stores. It was only $180 here, but I've seen different versions for over $1,000. It has the backrest, so comfortable. Here, they call this a bench. I would call it like a coffee table. It is so large. It's $300. There are comparables at other luxury stores like Crate and Barrel, West Elm. I mean, it's a very large piece. If you have large furniture that can go along with it, it's an excellent buy. Monica's showing out too. I love the edge on this nightstand for $150. It looked really great. I really don't like the silver cabinet pulls, but I mean, still a great piece. $70 for this skirted ottoman. This one was $175. I mean, great patterns on both. If you're gonna go bold, you might as well go bold on a budget, you know what I mean? Saw these saddle stools, wood legs and neutral fabric on top. I thought those were great pieces for $80. I don't stay in the mirror section for too long, but I saw this clearance piece for $50 and thought it was a great piece. I've seen the exact same one at World Market. I'm not sure if it's the same brand, but thought that was great. $130 for this piece, very large, and I thought it was a great piece, especially for the size. This had a gold frame to it that looked great. Love that mirror right there. I think I might actually go back to get that one for my guest bathroom, and for $130. I love that deal. Somebody needs to go grab this. I mean, it doesn't match any of my pieces in my home, but I mean, $250. It was such a great mirror. I thought it was so adorable, so cute, and so large. And hiding next to it behind a bunch of other mirrors was this great burlwood mirror. I've seen this before, $180. It usually leaves the store pretty fast, people buying it up. So I was surprised to see a couple of them there. I love these lamps. They were $100. Not my decor for my home, but I thought they were very cute. This was another cute one that I saw for $40 by, what was it called? The Cupcakes and Cashmere. I see them a lot in HomeGoods. This was the only painting that I actually priced out. I saw this from afar and thought it was a great landscape piece, great size, and for $130, I feel like you couldn't beat that. But that was pretty much all that I scoped out in the art section. And of course I had to buy something. Come on. But thanks for joining me, and see you in the next aisle.